Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Girlfriend cheated on me and my master plan of revenge began. My girlfriend, 22F, now ex, confessed to me, 24M, that she had been speaking to someone else over Instagram and that she had felt attracted to him but that she was feeling guilty and she regretted it. I duckin lost my shit. Why? You must be wondering, after all nothing happened. Well, I have a miraculous ability to spot people's lies and this crap was the biggest bullshit ever heard. She was cold since the beginning of the relationship, so feeling guilty for just talking didn't seem like her. Being too attached to her, I tried to let it go and focus on work, but something was off and I could still feel it. The paranoia was eating me from the inside out. During the next weeks we were mutually distant and she had been surprisingly social, going out with different friends, or so she said, even though she barely had any. This gave me enough to work out that she had told me a half-truth and that she was still doing shady stuff. I still don't understand the reason to half-confess something to just keep on doing it. The relationship was pretty much dead in every aspect and I had suggested the idea of breaking it up because I saw no point anymore, but she insisted on trying and trying because I had located her a good job and she was making big progress thanks to my friends. When I realized this was her reason to go on, something clicked inside me. I had been there for her through unimaginable familiar shit, professional frustrations and personal betrayals from her friends. I gave her my all the time. I lived to make her happy. But in reality she had been living on my expense and leaving me in the dark. Being the ducking idiot that I was, I started plotting my Arctic cold revenge in silence. I contacted a random girl, Jay, that gave me her number some months before these events but that I never got to call due to me being faithful. I explained why I never called and she was down for it. The first date we only flirted, but a kiss from her surprised me at the end. It made me feel awkward and guilty. The very next day I waited for my girlfriend to get in the shower and opened her messages to snoop around. I discovered what I had suspected for various weeks. She had kept the show going and to incredible levels. Going out multiple times a week, sending pictures, sexting very often and even during time windows in which I was with her. Copying and pasting sex-related messages that she sent to me when we met. Even posing for him with clothes my parents gifted her for Christmas. My guilt flew out the window. Somehow I managed to control myself from freaking out and exposing her. This mustered all the courage and blind rage I needed, so that night I called Jay again and went through with it in the most spectacular anger-driven way I could imagine. For the next 2 months or so I kept this up, had sex with Jay as much, as hard and as often as I could while still being a normal boyfriend. Some days I spent the entire evening ducking Jay just to see my girlfriend at night and duck her some more while I focused on the hate in my head. After that I usually left out little hints of mistrust towards her just to make her feel anxious and guilty. In the end I broke things off with my girlfriend, uncovering her lies, but kept my things to myself so I could keep my moral superiority over hers. She denied it all even after I showed proof. She cried for days about getting back together. This part actually made me feel like it was all for nothing and never really gave me closure. Jay got comfortable around me, but I was far gone into the narrative of this plan. I couldn't even consider going out with anyone at this point, so I had to stop things with her too. In a much less dramatic way, cause she was partly aware of what was going on with me and was mostly in this for the sex. Some months passed and the girl that my ex most hated, cause she was very popular among common male friends, happened to come work with me. To my surprise we hooked up and kind of got close to each other, but not seriously. My ex was still bitter over the breakup when she found out and texted me to confirm it. I avoided answering and instead drove to her house to tell her in person and watch her crumble. Edit, all this shit did nothing but mess with my head. Her cheating gave me anxiety of other people betraying me, but what I did proved that I too was a piece of shit like no other. Since the realization of this, my treatment for women and relationships has changed greatly. I would never pull some shit like this again, but at the same time it had to happen for me to change and see the consequences of letting oneself go with rage and hate. It only leads to pain, not healing. Edit 2, for those feeling bad for Jay, I only chose her as my accomplice because she was in a relationship when she gave me her number, hence was trying to cheat. Basically, I thought I was making justice with more than one name. Nevertheless, I feel bad for her. She didn't deserve being caught in my shit and treated like that. She was the only one smart enough to ghost forever. I welcome your despise with open arms. I don't think you should be proud of this, dude. Okay, your ex cheated on you. Break up and move on. Instead, you used an innocent girl and then threw her away like a used napkin. And then in your last paragraph, you were just petty. Sorry, but you are just as much of an asshole as your ex. Exactly, I get that it sounds like I am proud, but I am not. I posted this to show what happens when you react like the encouraging comments of this subreddit very often suggest. It never ends well for anybody. This destroyed my psyche way more than being cheated on. Years later, I have seen this with perspective. Many people will think, way to go man, but your comment is what they need to read. Cheating is one of the greatest moral crimes you can commit, especially if it's with a person you've spent years with, have kids with, have married, have built a life together with, have generated thousands of memories together. I mean, imagine all of that, right, as a lock on a door, and on the other side of this door is ending your relationship. But every time your relationship gets hard, dead bedroom, whatever, you are tempted to beat that lock until you can open the door. You can try to fix what's wrong, but eventually the lock will break. You've done all you can, but you are out. Then there's another door. Same lock, but on the other side, it's cheating, and a gun, because when you open it, you might as well load that gun and shoot your partner in the head 6 times. She chose to essentially open the worst door, held no respect for the lock that was there, grabbed the gun and murdered everything, your memories, even you. You are likely to have this happen again, so just ghost next time. But you decided to stoop to her level. I hope it let the pain subside, but read my own story that I posted. My dude, I got super ducked up, but I didn't do it back. I'm healing, and I'm okay. You'll be okay, man. I'm healing so my next partner has a chance. Just do the same and don't ever cheat again. Goddamn brother, I really feel for you. I read the whole post in your account and felt like a bitch for even daring to complain or take revenge. You either have the patience of a saint or the balls of a bull, cause that was next level. God bless you and may you prosper in all your endeavors. You have my respect, friend. Lol dude, it was my first relationship. I went all in and did my best. But that doesn't mean I didn't get ducked up. I can get my money back, but it really does impact my future relationships. Just keep working on getting the best version of yourself, and have boundaries ready for a good relationship. When it does happen again, just break up. You've already gotten hurt before, so you know how to handle it in the future. You don't have to become them. I actually started becoming her. It was like a defense mechanism. I treated her the same way she treated me. I actually, after the cheating when we broke up, started hitting on other women, so I was just like you if I had the opportunity. I'm afraid I'll treat my partners like she treated me. But I promised myself I'd heal before trying. It's life, but now that you have that experience you can handle it next time. Nothing to be proud of here for using some other girl for your ego. Then laugh about it rather than focusing on healing and moving on. Can't tell who is the bigger douche here, you or her. So what? Why does Op have to be the better person? Why can't his GF be the better person? Ideally the ex is the douche who did a lot of trifling things that drove him to do this. Oh, it's clear, me all the way. I have no doubt and I take no pride in this story. I lost what to me was absolutely everything and I let it consume me to the point I didn't recognize myself. I would never do such a destructive thing again, but for some reason it felt good to not be the victim. It's childish and stupid, but I don't regret it. It gave me a tap into an ego I had never had. Nah. You appear to take great pride in this story. I know where your anger is coming from. The only issue I had was when you said you kept what you did to yourself so you could keep your moral superiority over hers. You still did what you did despite whatever your GF at the time was doing. You still cheated. I could never cheat on someone, even if I found out my partner was cheating, but everyone handles it differently. Hopefully you learn from this experience, and next time, if you ever deal with a similar situation, just walk away. You'll be more morally superior walking away from a liar/cheater knowing you didn't have to scoop to their level to get back at them. I ended up realizing it. Yes, I was only fooling myself, but at the time I was too young and the feeling of losing everything made me believe everything could be justified. Which is never true. All the energy I used to put towards giving love I instead used to hurt and scheme. Let's hope nothing like this situation ever comes our way. Then that's all that matters, was that it was a learning experience. I hope you never have to deal with something like this again. I do have to say, I can tell you have a lot of love to give, and I hope you have found or will find the girl that will cherish all of it and never have to ever make you feel like you did. I took the time to go through your responses to comments. Not everyone will. Basically you posted this as a way to tell people what hurt can do to rationality. Which is to throw it all out the window. I didn't do my revenge quite like you did, but I did stoop to the revenge level. No, it isn't justified, and yes, it absolutely was the wrong thing. As long as you learn your lesson and never want to repeat it, then, no, you aren't a bad person, you just made a bad judgment call. In life we are going to make mistakes. Cheating is only considered a mistake if you never do it again. If you are the true assholes who keep doing it, you can't call it a mistake. I'm sorry she broke your heart. Just know she was only a learning relationship. You will find your person when you heal and let her and all she did go. I appreciate your time, friend. Quite some time has passed since this story and I have found some peace. I am now able to be close to my current partner, who I love very much, and I would never, no matter what, do something like this to her or ever in general. As you said, I wanted to give an example to people so they don't make the same monumental mistake. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.